Alright guys, we're all wrestler here, and today I want to talk about something very important, and it's very important to me. This is a very personal episode, and if you watched Raw last night, if you watched my video yesterday, you'll know what it is. Daniel Bryan's retirement, and I'm going to disclose a few reasons why it's so important to me. That's what this episode's going to be called, why Daniel Bryan was so important to me. Daniel Bryan was generally one of the most amazing people, one of the most amazing wrestlers, in the world. He gifted us with so much talent and ability that in the end it took his career. To me, his matches with John Cena, with CM Punk, and these are just the ones in WWE, so in WWE you've got John Cena, CM Punk, Randy Orton has had some good matches. One with Sheamus at Extreme Rules 2012. His matches were incredible. His technique was incredible, and that was crafted by two of the great technicians, William Regal and Shawn Michaels. Those two men made Daniel Bryan into my favourite star of the past 5 years. I loved him. I really did. And I know, I've been asked this quite a lot today, and I know Daniel Bryan hasn't passed away, or he hasn't, he hasn't died. But what he's done is retired. That means he'll never wrestle again. Not just in WWE, I don't think he'll wrestle again anywhere, going off what he said in his concussion, in his speech, talking about his concussions. And the reason this is so important to me is because Daniel Bryan, to me, was a continuation of Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit, if you don't know, is my favourite wrestler of all time. He's a man whose name will never be said again in wrestling, but I felt like through Daniel Bryan we got some of Chris Benoit. And to me that meant so much, to see somebody as talented as Chris Benoit was in Daniel Bryan, and see just him pulling off like the crossface, which is basically the yes lock. Pulling off moves like that just brought me back to when I was a child and when I loved Chris Benoit so much, before everything happened with Chris Benoit. Seeing him do the diving headbutt, really, it honestly makes me so happy. And seeing him win the title at WrestleMania 30, which was basically WrestleMania 20's main event, just with Daniel Bryan swapping for Chris Benoit, it made me smile so much. And you can tell by listening to me now how emotionally this has affected me. I love Daniel Bryan, and I'm not just saying that because, he retired. I'm not just saying that. I'm not jumping on a bandwagon. I don't have to. I've loved the guy for years. I've loved him since Ring of Honor. I've loved him in WWE. I loved him as Bryan Danielson in Ring of Honor. I buy his t-shirts because I support him. I bought this t-shirt because I wanted him to win the WWE title. I bought this t-shirt because I wanted him to win the Intercontinental title. Well, actually, someone bought me that because I was a fan. But Daniel Bryan, to me, was so important. He is truly one of my favourites of all time, and I'm not just saying this because he's retired. He affected me in a way that few wrestlers have, because he also showed how dreams can be achieved no matter what. He showed that size, strength, intelligence, speed, it doesn't matter. Daniel Bryan proved what a wrestler is. A wrestler is someone with passion, drive, determination, and skill. And Daniel Bryan had all that in one person. He generally seems, I've never met him obviously, what makes me kind of sad is the fact that I'm going to watch wrestling in April, and my thought was, if Daniel Bryan's back, I could see him and finally tell him how much I appreciate him, and obviously not mention Chris Benoit to him, but talk about how he really has affected me in a way that few wrestlers have. But now, because he's retired, that's highly unlikely I'll ever get to meet him. So, if he ever watches this, I want him to know, Daniel Bryan, you have seriously, you've changed my perspective on wrestling. You've made me such a tremendous person. You've made me try harder to achieve, just like you did. In the end, it cost you your career. So, what was amazing to me is when in Daniel Bryan's speech, when he talked about being grateful, and I put this on Facebook earlier, I said, Daniel Bryan is grateful for what he got in WWE. He got friends, he got titles, he got fame, he got his wife, he had his dream. But he doesn't realise he isn't the one who needs to be grateful. We need to be grateful that someone like that put his life, put his career, better yet, I mean even worse yet, his life on the line for our entertainment because he loved it. Seriously, I love him to death, and it really saddens me that he's retiring. He is one of my favourite wrestlers of all time. I absolutely love him. So, I just want to, end this by saying thank you, Daniel Bryan. Thank you, Daniel Bryan, so much. Thank you, Bryan Danielson. Thank you, WWE, for giving him a chance to shine. Thank you, William Regal and Shawn Michaels, for training him. But thank you, Daniel Bryan, so much for really doing something that not many wrestlers have ever had the chance to do, and really affect me in a way that nobody has, probably since Chris Benoit. So I guess the only way to end this video, yes, yes, yes. Thanks for watching, guys.